Alright guys, yesterday we were talking about gangs in New York and Chicago taking over apartment buildings and hotels and shit like that. I think we need to get I think the thing we need to stop forgetting about is praying for the innocent people and that God helps them. There will be loss of life during some of this time, and it's life that's needed to get people in the right mindset. It's just strictly my opinion, but there is always going to be death during things like this. Innocent people get caught in the crossfire during these times, and I'm honestly going to tell you guys, I firmly believe something biblical will happen this month. There's no more wait time. Is it tomorrow? Is it at midnight tonight? I don't know. It's sometime this month. That's all I can tell you. Do I know exactly what it is? No. Can I tell you by the end of the month we're going to be in gold and silver and the economy is going to be crashed and we're going to be doing all this stuff? I can't tell you that. But I do know it's supposed to happen before the end of the year with that. But I think there is a lot of everybody's too busy trying to pinpoint dates and times. This way they know how to prepare, and they have a cutoff date. There is no cutoff date. You probably have 2 to 3 weeks to prepare. That's about all you're going to get. I'm hearing through some grapevines that something major is supposed to be happening before the 18th of this month. So, not very many days before something happens. So, I don't know what it is that's supposed to happen, what's supposed to take place. I do know they're supposed to sentence Donald Trump to prison or something that day, but I don't even think we're going to get to that. I really don't. I could be wrong. But things are starting to escalate. When you have gang members overtaking hotels and apartment buildings, and it's because they're not getting what is promised to them. Then that's where some issues come in. So I think a lot of things is kind of fluff right now. I think it looks worse than what it is. That's what God has been telling me. So that's the way I'm looking at things. Mentally prepare yourself for some crazy behavior, because we're going to see it. So watch what comes, and literally don't believe your eyes, believe your soul, believe what God tells you. That is the best way to handle this. Stop looking at all the news articles, now am I telling you not to pay attention? No, I'm saying you need to limit what you watch and watch stuff that you know is good, that's giving you right information. How do I know what's right? God will tell you what's right. If you're watching CNN and you believe every word they say, you are going to have problems. Even if you're watching Fox News, you're going to have problems. Do not watch the mainstream medias. Find someone that you can relate with that people don't like. Alex Jones, he has done nothing but tell the truth, and he's been laughed, mocked at, they are trying to destroy him right now. But here's the problem. Alex Jones has never lied. So what does that tell you? So you need to comprehend, you have to understand the truths. And if you're not willing to listen to the truth, then you're not ready for what's fixing to happen. And you're going to struggle. You're going to have a hard time with what's coming. So please pray to God. Start listening to Alex Jones. Start listening to Jolie Green. Start listening to Christmas. His name escapes me right now. Listen to News Now network that YouTube is trying to demonetize for telling the truth. Listen to I would say you could even listen to like Nino Rodriguez. He's in Mexico. He's a former heavyweight boxer. He does his own podcast. Listen to these guys. They will speak truth to you. May not be what you want to hear, but they will speak truth to you. Now, for people that have had their eyes opened this entire time, we're getting impatient because we're trying to get you guys caught up, and a lot of you guys are just kicking and screaming and whining and crying all the way through this. It's a big problem. I just think we need to, I think everybody needs to be on the same page, but we're not even in the same books. And a lot of you are going to be left behind. A lot of you are going to be dragged into this new era, kicking, screaming, crying, and bawling. People are praying for things to go back to the way they were. You do not want things to go back the way they were. You do not want to go back to the government lying to you, forcibly telling you what you can and cannot do. We are supposed to have freedoms in this country. The Constitution is a joke if you don't have your freedoms to go with it. So, you've got to understand where we're at and how we got here. And this is stuff that's been going on for a century, at least, that I can tell. So, I mean, you go back to the Titanic, and there's talks of the reason the Titanic went down was because of certain politicians on the Titanic. So, I mean, you can go down some big rabbit holes if you want to. That's up to you if you do. I'm just trying to tell you guys there is a lot of information out there that you do not want to hear, and you're going to be turning around and screaming and yelling at me and everybody else saying that we're lying when we've been found telling the truth the whole time. The Russia collusion stuff, everybody that didn't believe it, oh, you're just a denier, a naysayer, you're a Trump lover, blah, 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 you hate this country. And then it comes to find out the Russian collusion stuff was bought and paid for and created by Hillary Clinton in her campaign. But hey, you know, y'all are better educated than everybody else. So there's a lot of problems with the way you guys are thinking about this stuff. So and if your mind goes down that hole to where Russian collusion, even though it's been proven by facts that it was Hillary Clinton that bought and paid for the dossier, and you can't accept that, all I can tell you is bury your head in the sand and hopefully everything works out for you, because that's pretty much what's going to happen. You guys are going to lose your minds with what's coming out. There is a lot of medical technology that's coming out. There is a lot of technology that's going to reduce your power, your light bill. I mean, they've got technology that literally will run 90% of the United States for pennies a day right now. But it's not profitable to do it, so therefore they suppress it. Why do you think pharma does not bring cures out? They only suppress the cures. They give you something that will reduce a symptom for a period of time, because it's more profitable for you to be sick. The food pyramid thing, they told you that you need to eat more carbs, that you can't live without carbs. Actually, you can live without carbohydrates in your body ever. When you oversaturate your body with carbs, you start running into a lot of medical issues. And that's what's happened over the past 40 years. I mean, I've even heard stories of milk is bad for you. Eggs they will kill you in 5 days if you eat eggs every day. I've heard all kinds of crazy nonsense. Because I've eaten eggs off of a farm my entire childhood, because my grandparents had chickens. that's what we ate. Eggs, bacon, sausage, biscuits. We ate that stuff when I was a kid. I didn't die. My grandfather ate the same thing we ate. He was elderly when I was 5 years old and I can remember him. You know? So there's so much garbage out there. It's hard to find the truth. We need a reset on what the truth is. And God's going to reset things on the right path. We were never meant to be slaves, and that's what we are today. We are slaves to the almighty dollar. We are slaves to a job. We spend more time working than we do living. And that's not what we're meant to do. A lot of us cannot even afford to take, we get 2 weeks vacation, but we don't even have the money for the 2 weeks vacation to actually go somewhere to take that vacation. So, you know, we're not meant to live like this. You're meant to work occasionally, like 4 to 6 hours a day, and then live the rest of the day. I mean, that's what they used to do. But today, 16, 18-hour work days, you're not meant to do that. So, it's getting out of hand. And God's going to put his foot down and reset everything. He's going to reset our bodies. He's going to go through and clear out everything that they've done. And it's going to be up to us to retain it. So, keep praying. Keep putting up a good fight. And please, please, please pray. Alright, guys. You guys have a good night. Be safe. God loves you. And y'all guys have a good night.